Hey, let's go over something real quick. I've got it kind of mapped out here that the diner scene of Star Wars with Obi-Wan, when he goes in and it's friendly, and they talk about going to see the clones. Um, when when that scene was going on, that was the Cormac M. Breslin and sold them names for then, for back then. Okay. So then we kind of went into Nero, all right, with the Florida connection. Whenever I went to Florida and stayed at my grandpa H's, and my dad was taking a class and had to quiz me or whatever, and I was like, he fifed his fiddle. I didn't know what the answer was for something, but I scored really high or whatever. But for my age or whatever, but it was kind of a weird thing, that ordeal that um, like they'll bring that up sometimes, they haven't brought it up in a while, but it's kind of like that was a transition. So then, and Hindu was then, the arms became as that bend bow of Matrix at the end of that, where you're living life as microcosms. Batoon Two Face then, with the basically the sniper burdens, whenever we went into 26 early 2016, and then you had the glove as these guys are doing fantastic things, like how do you keep up, sort of thing. It was a two face of that, like how do you keep up with being a watchman, to do what you need to do for the Lord, and then also what are the bad burdens, like what's of the devil and not really a clear sign of something to do. Two face of that split with a gorilla that was studying and kind of flying at the same time. And then and then the burdens of slavery, the training or whatever, it's all shown with that. And then also the boxes of the tried jobs and stuff that didn't really work out. The in a golf cart with the job that was stable, that on the Batoon Two Face. But so then Aunt May saw eaten by sharks, all during this, eaten by sharks, because there is evidence that those 12 Rorsfin Troy last video creatures they're all stable with the locust, that they're constantly bit, but they're like Wolverine, kind of. And then Bod is the result, which is my name in English ordinal. But on gematria.com, if you want to go to that. But then, and I use this to talk about everything, because my life they use as a blueprint for how everything's going to get down in the world. So Bod is the coronavirus, basically. Stick it in COVID-19, like that's what they say on the radio, and they're talking about the staff. So it's like the body is doing things automatically. And so that's all horn. Is the old Ho is the old ancient stuff, and then RN is the new. So it's a mix of both. It's like they converge, the old and the new, probably towards each other in like a vortex. Then second horn Vitellius with protector spirit for mass amounts of starseed, etc. Accuser intrusion. That's the fasting. Future says he was starving. It's all the fast food, the fasting. Everything is switched up for the lost brothers, and then and he did other things too, Vitellius. These two are Roman rulers, and then so then the Starseed, the body clock is always off Starseed stuff, and kind of that Star TV show on Disney. But they kind of switched things up with that and made it more about the game of the family stuff, which isn't really good to get into. You don't want to play the game; you just want to go by love and grace and mercy. Then Health Congo, hopefully future stuff. Those bears that had the brain illness, and then also were friendly with humans. That's going on now. that was recently in the news because we passed the 421, which is your Seuss, um, or something after that for the S there, but which is the Latin name of bear. But and we've shown some things with some girls that are like they play out as that Jezebel spirit, and maybe they get a bed at the end of days, like for something like it would play out like kind of like a two witness, but more like a cherub thing. And then third horn, wounds of Aphrodite I healed. J.O. J.A.J. Jovius Jr. revision. Frost, the 46. That's really Tikrit there. The terror attack in Tikrit, and then 900.5231 yards. Um, that's like the Isaiah 51 complete. So all of that is the Amar Camp in a jar stuff, but talked about a little differently in like what was actually done, more on like the other people. So that's the third horn. Right hip was Cliff Simon Estuaries Lichmophora undulata, which is that's like you're always in movement, like you're kind of a, they would call it a spaz or something, like you're trying to make it in the system, like of the Flyers and Claws. And then left hip is Derek Kalanick, Peyton Morse, Earth Maui. That's the opposite of that, which is like H has a dream. How do you respond to that? Like, what, are you trying to make it in the system, or are you trying to do work for God? And then the whole Earth Maui connection of the Jezebel versus the Mary spirit of that. And not really the Mary as we know, the Mary more of the Diana version and um, native, you know. Seriously. So, Heart Brian A. Field is that the heart was, the heart became, going to see that Paul Walker death site, like becoming his arm, and then also the A field of doing extra work for the training and all that of the, I was a swimmer, but I trained tennis and weightlifting and other different things, but so kidneys. Hold pocket, that's that time of 2016 to 2017 and even into 18 a little bit before I got my wallet. I think I got my wallet here in Las Vegas. Naked French. The That's the burdens of that Yaphet are kind of like naked, like you're wearing the Paul Walker clothing, and like, I'm saying you, I mean me, and like it's all like what are the numbers, like how are we going about the information is naked, and then like we are naked, and like even the way we talk is against how um we really feel because of like our wounds that you can see the wounds that were on the neck and everything. So hot and tata, that's backtracking to kind of the dancing of it all, how the girls were related to it all. Like, are you going for the dance like the Ben tribe, or are you going for a real love like Judah, like the scepter that becomes the spear for Mummy Returns, like the combination of those, how you have a balance in the clay and the miry, the clay and the iron with that, even that with it. Skinny Legs was back from California to Kentucky. That it was maxed out. It was too much dopamine. They say would cause psychosis. That it was all um, not eating enough, like fasting in the Flyers and Claws sense, fasting how they would, not eating enough, and it was all just going through me, like not getting enough nutrients because you're so plant based. Cheeks wood rail, the that it's talked about in 1602 Spider-Man's death, that it's you know sexual stuff that was that's part of the mask now for the the COVID-19 that things were misunderstood and how to go about it all, because you don't really know, like, and what they want is more like what they want is the naked French kind of, like they're combined, like this is all one thing. KB Toys, that the toys were that I couldn't find them, the rare toys, and then because it's Action figures, action figures, and like the head was decapitated, and like it grows back like MIB, but it's not as, it doesn't have the talents in a endurance based system. Arthur E. Abbott, the talents in an endurance growth system. Arthur E. Abbott was revised with that as well, I believe, but that the sword was there, that it could have, like, it's Arthur E. Ab Bot, like it's constant training, and there's no Arthur, like there's no stand with me, like, because they think that you have to stand with them, like so Liver, True Bug, Kinkajou, Eustace H. Miles, and SP Jude Zender revised. um that's kind of the Concordia connection with the mile there, the mile swim, like missing out on the glory that they did give. Kinkajou, like the kinky side was kind of there because of the looks and everything, that was glory given. True Bug, like the annoyances, and like the OCD that helped my mom, helping me out with all that for 2-3 years, and like I was on Paxil, like True Bug, like it was glory given, like I won a poetry contest, like I got straight A's, like it was all there, but like it's a build up, like it's the liver, it's like it's a build up, like it's not coming to fruition in the sense of like this Z Ender, see this SP Jude Z Ender, like it's not becoming what you want it to be for an end time build up, like so Willie, Toxic Worm, Beholder, Catholic non-sanctioned appointments, videos up to ASAP delete. Then combined with the arms, not now, this isn't literal. This is metaphorical, that the Jesus was as the Barack and Obama, Elias as Paradise, and Crow as Ben V. The Euphrates, that they are what comes out of the mouth of the thousand, which was complete last night. So Prolemur, Belgian Blue Bull, Nannaria, Hokie, Iron, and Clay of that Daniel statue are the bonus forearms each side of the Prolemur, and then the Persia and Media are the arms, both Prolemur style, and this is Revelation 8:12. Revelation 8:12. So, and it has the strength of all those legs, and it moves like it has many legs, but it's two legs though. So then we go to this Porosifidilla, shiny black willow, black rainbow, Eucalyptus deglupta, that is part of the misspelling of everything, like to be like Grox, like do things his way, like do the electric company, like digging holes and stuff, like do things his way, in the sense of like the Legion, like which was done in a misunderstood way, but like do it his way to like build up and like see if we'll get to a Brahma or something. And then this was all black. This is all dark, because it's dark. It's not a clean rainbow, and it's not a clean willow, but it is shiny willow. It's shiny willow because I made it through mental health court. Like I passed it, and the judge was proud of me. Like I made it, but like this is all like black though. It's all dark. Like it wasn't supposed to even happen. Then you have excuse me, radiolites pregao of provincialis, stiga to rise to increase, sweetest to move foot in walking is stiga, the term, like the essence of the language becoming reality in that five Canaan speaking cities language, that it, like, I was moved by Cody Tier, like I was moved to like be for God, and like, but he went the claw and flyer route. I didn't. Like, I used the Cali presence, the California presence to like go the different way, and it got mixed up with that actual Cali spirit. Ryan, Wikipedia, Revelation 16:4 is this. That kind of looks like a elf or something, like a traveling elf, and like the radio lights, um, like wanting the woman, and like to be like of the ghost film, like to watch it, like it messed up when we tried to watch it. We couldn't see different like parts of it, the training scene or whatever, which is at the train. It's like it was all like basic for that symbolism, but like we didn't get to watch it all. And then radio lights is like the speaking through the radio, like the presence of like how the prince of the power of the air says, like it says about them that they couldn't be saved, you know and like they didn't help the spirits that control the prince of the power of the air. Like they didn't help, and like they could have helped and had their salvation, but they didn't. The radio. And then the radio is also like cheering and stuff for games and stuff, like, and like how you know being smart but really you're not that smart, sort of thing. And then like Ryan, Wikipedia is like um having to deal with like different friend situations. Like I had BMW on Marlins, and then I had the outfit at high school, and like there was a split between all that, like all the different groups splitting. And the elf is more like swift and stuff, like it's just moving, like mobbing through the groups. So then Viper Wolf, Seahorse, Gotow, Star Wars, Revelation 16:3. Okay, that's my dad's team was named the Seahorses in Lexington, and I would go and practice with them. But even that was different from the summer league, Sharks and Minnows and stuff, which was what I was made for. And then like to go to that training, like I had to adapt, sort of thing. And like the Viper Wolf is like it's led by the torch at night, like the survivor. Like then the Gotow, Star Wars. Okay, so Aruba, Revelation 17, difference, reality, the rabbit hole. That Aruba picture that my parents showed me when they went to Aruba, not the not the standard one that everyone sees with the tree hanging over the water, but a different one. It was like a very select one for Aruba, and like this spot that like it looked kind of like that one that's standard, but it wasn't. Like it was a different one. It was very like they got it from Aruba. Dolphin Head, Mohawk Dreads, Olympic Bronze Age, Bronze Copper Age, True Lies to Greyhound Bus, and King Tubby to 92. All of that switching up the age, like how I was probably really born when King Tubby died in 89. And then through this True Lies, like being in my crib or whatever, like something messed me up because I had this dolphin head. Like I was thinking too much, and like I had the mind of an adult, but like I was stuck. Like I was stuck as a kid. Like it messed me up and was its own type of pit, really. And that's where you get the Olympic Bronze Age and Bronze Copper Age, because those were left over from whoever I was before. Like, so Prolemur arms. Then I had a chain. Chain is like 50 days of, or 50 something, 50 creatures of going through, like withholding something, withholding your heart and what your dreams are. Drake talks about this, and like you have to get through the delusions of it all. So I had a chain of Edmont lions throughout my whole life. They're Edmontosaur head lions, and they're not standing there on fours, but like I've had these. This is a chain of them. Then I had the Oprah glasses, those thick glasses that she has, G Lion rags, all the missed cutoffs from my G training, which was very intense in California. Then I had the 12 last video Rorsfin and Troy. We know all those, you know. Then I had the Sea Spider Perfect Painter and Tier. Okay, perfect mix I should say tire. Well, I'll leave it. And the painter, you know, that's the Sea Spider going on now. Okay, then I've got one that I'm working on. Okay, this is one that I would like to see come to fruition in some sort of news on TV that this is done. It's a Vibro Mop Star Wars, which is kind of like the hair, a mirror of Ryloth Star Wars title that's given to this robot android in in Star Wars, but like the whole like kind of like Stiga, like the title of it, like a mirror of Ryloth, like it's a presence, like it takes on a form. Creo Limax fragrantissima, that that is a microorganism that this whole thing is humanoid, suave, and able to run fast on fours. And what it is, it can morph into a leopard with a Merbus power, which is this channel. This channel is the Achilles Merbus. So it's completing all this over here. That was the Willy was of the Belgian Blue Bull. Prolemur Hokie was the all the other channels. So in brown and gray mix mane and head of a raptor mixed with Voodoo Dunes Cantina on Tatooine. So you have to go to Voodoo on Wikipedia to see that, and you'll see the Voodoo Dunes Cantina. And so it's like the whole like presence and like the feel of that cantina is mixed with a raptor, and that's the head. Then it has this brown gray mixed mane, and the body is a leopard. And then it can morph and stand, like it can like evolutionarily move up and like stand, and it's a Creolymix fragrantissima, the Amir, and the Vibromop. So the Vibromop is probably the hair and kind of the head too, you know. So, but this is humanoid and fingers morph upon standing, kind of like Tarzan, the Margot Robbie version. So, Levada Seal complete 2 April p.m. to 3 April a.m. 2021. Beat Tom Brady GOAT, but didn't give me glory. Something with Sacred Woman, Ben V talked to Grox or something. 425 to 426 deal. First part of second seal is perfect. BHB equals Prolemur, BBB Hokie, which is 687777, which is Wyoming, Ehe Sundance, Y82729. So we're on to the next one. All right, thank you.